Hello and welcome. If you've ever asked yourself, where did all my money go? You're definitely not alone. Many of us experience the feeling of having worked hard all month, only to see our bank balance shrink almost immediately after payday. The truth is, it's not just about how much you earn, it's about how you manage what you earn. Even people with high incomes can end up broke at the end of the month if they don't have a clear system in place. In this video, I'll walk you through a simple but powerful budgeting strategy that can help you keep more of your money, spend with intention, and build a more secure financial future, all without needing to live like a monk. So let's get started with a question we all need to ask ourselves. What's actually happening to our money every month? Let's start with the root of the problem. Most people don't actually budget their money. They wing it. They know rent is due on the 1st, they know their phone bill is due on the 15th, and they kind of guess the rest. So when unexpected things happen, like a flat tire, a birthday gift they forgot to budget for, or a medical copay, they're forced to use credit cards, borrow money, or skip savings. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you're earning $2,800 a month after tax. You pay $1,000 in rent, $400 in groceries, $150 for your car, $100 for your phone and internet, and $250 in other bills. That's $1,900 gone. Then you spend $200 eating out, $100 on new clothes, $60 on streaming services, and before you know it, you've spent the remaining $900 without saving a single cent. This is what we call passive spending. You're spending without a plan, and that almost always leads to stress. Let's now dive deep into the heart of this video. The 50-30-20 rule. A simple yet powerful method for organizing your finances in a way that is both balanced and sustainable. This budgeting strategy works by dividing your net income, meaning the money you actually receive after taxes and deductions, into 3 clear categories. They are needs, 50%, wants, 30%, and savings or debt repayment, 20%. Let's take a closer look at what exactly belongs in each category, because this is where most people get confused. 1. Category needs, what you can't live without. This should be 50%. Needs are your non-negotiable living expenses. These are the things you absolutely must pay for in order to survive and maintain your current life situation. They typically include rent or mortgage payments, groceries, not luxury items, but basic food staples, utilities, electricity, water, heating, transportation costs, gas, public transport, car insurance, minimum debt payments, like on student loans or credit cards, insurance premiums, health, home, or car. Important. The key word here is essential. A monthly gym membership? That's not essential, it goes under wants. Organic imported snacks? Still wants. A new car lease when a reliable used car would do? Again, more want than need. For example, if you earn $3,200 a month after tax, 50% would be $1,600. That's your maximum monthly budget for needs. If your rent alone is $1,400, that leaves only $200 for everything else, meaning you're likely living above your means in the needs category and need to make adjustments. 2. Category the wants, what improves your life but isn't essential. That should be 30%. Wants are the things that bring comfort, fun, or luxury to your life, but they are not necessary for your basic survival. This includes eating out or ordering food delivery, streaming services like Netflix, Spotify, Disney+, shopping for clothes beyond basic needs, subscriptions, magazines, apps, fitness classes, vacations and weekend trips, hobbies, tech gadgets, beauty treatments. A helpful test that helps always. Ask yourself, would you survive without it? If the answer is yes, it's probably a want. For example, let's say you spend $60 a week on dining out, $15 on streaming, $100 on shopping, and $50 on coffee shop runs. That's $305 a month, well within the $960 wants budget if your take-home income is $3,200. But if you're spending $800 plus a month in this category, it's likely eating into your savings or forcing you into debt. 3. And last category are the savings and debt repayment are 20%. paying your future first. This final category is all about protecting and building your future. It includes emergency savings, ideally 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, retirement contributions, like to a 401k, Roth IRA or similar, extra payments on debt, anything above the minimum required, investments in index funds, ETFs or other long-term assets, saving for short-term goals, like a vacation, laptop or moving costs. For example, from your $3,200 net income, 20% would be $640. That might look like this: $250 into an emergency fund, $200 toward credit card debt, $190 into a retirement or investment account. Automating these transfers right after payday is one of the best decisions you can make. You'll save without having to think about it. Summary of Part 2. The 50-30-20 rule gives you a clear, realistic structure. 50% for what you must pay, 30% for what you want to enjoy, 20% for your future. This strategy prevents overspending, helps you build savings automatically, and ensures you live within your actual financial limits. Coming up next, I'll show you how to put this rule into action in your everyday life, step by step. This is the moment where it all makes sense. Stay tuned. And if this helps you, like the video, subscribe to the channel and check out the next tips. Let's break this down even further with specific, realistic examples. Needs: 50%. Suppose you live in a shared apartment and your rent is $850. You spend around $250 a month on groceries. You pay $100 for gas, $50 for utilities, and $150 for health insurance. That totals $1,400. You're under your $1,500 limit. Great. But let's say instead you're paying $1,300 for a solo apartment in a trendy area. That already eats up almost your full needs budget. That's a red flag. You're likely overspending on rent, which means you'll have to cut back in other areas, or you're slowly going into debt without realizing it. Wants 30%. Now let's talk about fun. Imagine you go out with friends twice a week, spending $40 each time. That's $320 a month. Add a $70 gym membership, $50 for streaming services, and $100 on shopping. That's already $540. That's okay, as long as it stays under your $900 wants budget. But if you're also ordering takeout 3 times a week and getting coffee every morning, those small expenses can easily push you over the line. Tip: try setting a weekly wants limit, like $225 per week, to avoid overspending. Savings and debt: 20%. This is where your future lives. That $600 should be split between emergency savings, ideally 3-6 months of expenses over time, high-interest debt, like credit cards or personal loans, retirement savings, even if it's just a small contribution to start. Example: you might put $300 into a high-interest savings account, $200 toward credit card debt, and $100 into a retirement fund, like a Roth IRA or employer 401k. It may feel slow at first, but it adds up and builds real peace of mind. Now that you understand the 50-30-20 rule, here's a quick and practical plan to put it into action, even if you've never budgeted before. Step 1. Know your net income. Start with your take-home pay, the amount you receive after taxes and deductions. If you make $3,000 a month, you'll divide it like this: $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, $600 for savings or debt. Step 2. Track your spending for 30 days. Use an app, spreadsheet or notebook. Record every expense, even the small ones. Awareness is the first step to control. Step 3. Categorize and compare. Sort each expense into needs, wants, or savings. Then compare your actual spending to the 50-30-20 targets. If you're spending too much on wants or rent, it's time to adjust. Step 4. Make small adjustments. Cut back where it's easy. Fewer takeout meals. Cancel unused subscriptions. Shop more intentionally. You don't need to be perfect, just intentional. Step 5. Automate everything. Set up auto transfers right after payday. Savings, bills, spending money into separate accounts. Let your system work for you, not your impulses. Final tip: Review your budget once a month. Make small improvements. Over time, they add up to big results. Now you have the strategy. Will you use it? Track your spending, apply the 50-30-20 rule, and finally take control of your money. If this helped, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who always wonders where their money went. Remember, small changes today lead to real freedom tomorrow.